For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a review on a very exciting new product here from Kampa. So this here is the Kampa Motor Ace All Season. So the Motor Ace is basically designed specifically for motorhomes and it's a fixed awning. So it's something you would leave attached and you can't physically drive away from. Difference being, obviously, they had the Motor Ace last year, but this is the Motor Ace All Season. So it uses Kampa's All Season fabric, which has been tested in sort of the hottest weather in sort of Australia and some of the coldest depths as well. Joys of this actually is it's going to be more durable, but more importantly, it's breathable. So again, ideal for hotter climates or even cooler climates as well, because it'll allow the air to pass through it to make it cooler on the inside or obviously keep the warmth in. The all-season fabric, like I said, is something they've actually done in their caravan awnings for range 2018 and moved it into the motorhome range for 2019. It's a really, really smart model and something that probably with a large size is more likely for your motorhome is you could pitch it and leave it there and not really drive away from it. So it's kind of a caravan awning style for your motorhome itself. Nice depth of 3 meters as well, so it helps to make it feel a lot more roomy on the inside, but it's a 4 meter wide width. Actually in the awning, wind-up awning, you need approximately about 4.1 meters to actually fit it, because you've got small little wings on the outside, which in theory you can probably just trim off really. But generally it comes in the various different heights. It depends on the height of your Fiamma awning to the ground, of what you're looking for. So it comes in an S, L, XL, XXL and XXL. So the S, for example, is 235 to 250 for more lower line vehicles. L is 250 to 265, XL 265 to 280. You get the idea, 15 centimeters up and up and up. So you want to make sure you measure that before, and if need be, check out our measuring video on where to measure and how to measure it, just to make sure you are getting the right points. Because there are sort of a few hiccups to bear in mind with beam clearance over doors, position of doors in relation to awnings, so really double check with us probably before you go and buy something like this, I would recommend. The all-season fabric, basically the whole idea it comes from, it's something they've had in their pole range for a little while now, and they've just basically put it into air. You've got a single inflation point located here to pump the whole awning up, and yet again you can check out our own pitching and packing videos that we do here at Attwoolls for those. But you've got several deflation points, so it's very easy to get it back in the bag. There's also an annex which you can see on the side, which is available for this model, and just gives you the ability of having it on either side and a bit of extra room, or if need be, sleeping. Beautiful big sort of panoramic crystal clear windows give a great sort of like bay window style look out upon the awning as well. Everything kind of is kind of been beefed up for the all season thing. So you've got a nice PVC sort of underskirt, yet again webbing straps like so to pull the base out and do the guy up at the same point. So like I say, it's a different kind of monster, and something that I think we've got one of these up in a caravan version up in the shop, so you can come and see it before you buy it. And I'd say probably that's more important, because you can't, from a camera point of view, see the difference between that fabric and necessarily what they did it in previously. But it's a really nice model, and said looks incredibly sharp, especially when it's on a vehicle. That's one thing I will really say. But let's talk a bit more about sort of the features and the ins and outs of it as we take a look at what there is to offer on the inside. So let's have a look. So now inside the Motor Ace, you can kind of get a bit more of a feeling kind of the concept. If you've seen our previous videos before on sort of the Motor Ace, it's the same kind of thing, just that it's the all-season fabric. So it's going to be, more, like I said, more durable, last you longer. But you've got a 3 meters depth, and that's quite obvious when you come and standing here with the motorhome next door to it. That extra depth really stops you from, when you open a door and bring your step out, you're not on top of everything in the awning, so you can put tables and chairs out here more than happily. Yet again, as you can see, you've got this beautiful kind of like bay window style front, so you've got great visibility all around essentially the campsite, so you've got a beautiful view, you can quite happily see it. And you've got, yet again, a nice, what you've got is a PVC, very clear window, slightly thicker grade yet again for the all-season version. Curtains to get the privacy when you want to, so you've got a lovely new, slightly different curtain pattern for 2018. And you've got a little strap just to keep it nice and tight to the panel, just to get you better coverage and make it sit in a bit neater. But alternatively, you still have a little retainer to keep it open and make it feel almost like you're home away from home. All of the sort of panels from the front and the sides can be completely removed. So the joys of this means that necessarily it reduces the weight when you put it in your wind out awning or your sea rail as such. So it really does help. And yet again, by having sort of the front panels all out and side panels out, it almost becomes like a glorified gazebo. There is actually a second zip located on the front panels. So you can zip additional mesh panels into the front sections. They come as a set as free. And yet again, the joys of that means that you can leave the original panel in place, leave them and then have the mesh there. So if you want to create like a little veranda, for example, and have the mesh in place, you've got a good circulation of air without having to worry about sort of the bugs and the critters coming in. As you can see from the one side over there, there are a range of annexes. There's a range, well, an annex, for example, that is an all-season annex which matches. You can still go for the normal inflatable annex or conservatory, but they're not designed to be left up constantly, so it's something you'd probably put up and down as your own discretion, really. The all-season annex, as you can check out a little video on that if need be, on a tall annex, just kind of gives you a bit more extra space, a little area for use as storage if you want to as well, but it just gives you, if you're limited on space on the rail, gives you that extra ability to go either side. There is actually a door located on the side of here so which you can enter and exit between, as well as a window with curtains, so you can't quite see it where the camera is, but that's kind of where it is really. And the doors can be sort of changed round, so the door position turns from being there rather than being there, so it's much, much easier. Like I said, it's a single point inflation from the outside. The air being distributed up through here into the pipework, and then every beam has its own isolation tap. So it means that everything is then situated on its own right. So if some, God forbid, you had an issue with a single beam, you can literally just unzip it, take it out of its casing, find the bladder, put a patch on it, replace the bladder if need be, and zip back in, and you're good to go again. You've got little webbing, sort of Velcro tabs here for Saberlights, which you can check out our own little Saberlight video on and show you how easy that is to put up. Yet again, you've got little hooks here for yellow and white ones are for the sky sort of roof liners. You're going to help with condensation, give that dull glazing effect. And then the black ones are for an inner bedroom in the main body if you don't want to go to the extent of looking down the lines of an annex. Generally, really popular model, and something you probably, if you were looking around 2018 season, you couldn't get hold of one of these in the normal Pro Fabric, let alone, obviously now they've improved it into the all season, it's kind of a different kettle of fish, you know. There'll be a lot of people probably after this, and like I said, the more popular sizes tend to be sort of the S or the L models. So we have got like an example of this on our display in our showroom, so do pop in, nip down your vehicle, we're more than happy to measure it for you if need be. One last point is there are rare poles supplied with this, but not a Draught Skirt. So we do sell the Draught Skirts separately, and they're sort of limpet compatible, so you basically buy some limpets to go with them, and it just stops the draft coming underneath the vehicle into the main awning. So that is an optional extra you will need to look at. The storm straps should be included on the model as well though. But any questions or queries, let us know here at Attwoolls. Alternatively, comment in below and we can always get back to you. But that's kind of our video review of the Motor Ace All Season from Kampa.